I mean, this game was basically similar to second game. We turned the ball over. We didn't make enough shots. They were aggressive. They were running. In transition. They were attacking us back. They were playing on our heels. They were attacking the offensive glass. They were making shots. Two same officials as the second game. So it's kind of similar to the second game.
Yeah. It means a lot, specifically for the city. They've been so good all year. They've been behind us through good, through bad. Like it feels like no team in the league has home court advantage like we do, and that's all due to them with the T-shirts, the cheering, the screaming, the chants. They really give us like energy out there, and we've been a better team because of them and having them behind us. And to know that if we didn't bring it tonight, it could be over for them as well wasn't fair, and we wanted to play for them as well.
What just happened in Denver? The Nuggets were expected to rise. Instead, they crumbled under the pressure of Game 7, and Nikola Jokic did not hold back in his brutally honest reaction. From giving credit to his teammates to bluntly stating that he does not believe this team can ever win a championship, Jokic's post-game comments left fans stunned. Meanwhile, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and the Thunder are celebrating not just a massive comeback win, but a shift in the Western Conference balance. In this episode, we break down each quote and every key moment from both Jokic and SGA that shaped this emotional roller coaster of a night. Before we jump in, make sure you like this video, subscribe to NBA Showdown, and hit the bell so you're always first to catch post-game breakdowns, player reactions, and playoff drama. Let's get right into the analysis. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's reflection after the game provides a perfect window into the mindset that fueled the Thunder's dramatic comeback. He openly admitted that the team started off poorly, missing shots and lacking intensity, but what stands out most is how quickly they shifted mentally. The moment they saw a few shots drop, their energy completely changed. That belief, the momentum that comes with knowing you can turn a game around, became unstoppable. SGA talked about making defensive adjustments and bringing the right energy, which speaks to the maturity of this young Oklahoma City squad. They knew what was required, and more importantly, they believed they could execute. This wasn't just a lucky run in the second half. It was calculated, composed, and filled with confidence. When a young team like this senses that the game is still within reach and responds with discipline and intensity, that is a frightening prospect for any contender in the playoffs, including the reigning champions.
Yeah, I think like the nerves was natural. We obviously didn't shoot. We actually shot horrible to start the game. But I knew like we were getting really good looks, and if we just stuck with it, that like we would loosen up in the ball and find the basket, and it did so. I never was worried by the way we started. We had the right intentions. We had to tighten a little bit up on the defensive end, but once I felt the flow of the game and we had the right intentions and the right energy, I knew it would turn around for us.
Nikola Jokic's post-game quote was shocking, not because he pointed out the obvious loss, but because of the way he framed it. Jokic did not play the hypothetical game. He made it clear that championships are not about if and maybe. They are about results, and in his eyes, if the Nuggets were capable of winning this title, they would have done it. That statement was raw, honest, and even painful. There was no sugarcoating. It was a confession that even with all their effort, with all the pieces on the board, Denver just was not enough. For Jokic to say that he does not believe they can win the championship sends a massive signal, not just to the fans, but to the organization. It reflects disappointment, but also a harsh self-assessment. This was not just another playoff loss. It was the loss that made their leader question if they had what it takes at all. That is monumental.
I mean, we didn't, so obviously we can't. If we could, we will win it. So I don't believe in those if stuff. So we had the opportunity, we didn't win it. So I think we can't.
Shai once again took the moment to reflect not just on the game, but on what the win meant for the Thunder franchise and the city itself. This was not just another playoff victory. According to SGA, this was about validating the support of a fan base that has stayed loyal during the rebuilding years. His words were powerful because they carried a sense of duty. He said the team had to bring the energy tonight, not just for themselves, but for everyone who stuck with them. That emotional link between player and city cannot be overstated. What happened in Game 7 was more than a win on the court. It was a cultural statement. It told the league that the Thunder are no longer just a promising young squad. They are here. And when the leader of that team speaks in terms of city pride and emotional stakes, you know that the win was personal. It was bigger than basketball.
Yeah, it means a lot, specifically for the city. They've been so good all year. They've been behind us through good, through bad. Like it feels like no team in the league has home court advantage like we do, and that's all due to them with the T-shirts, the cheering, the screaming, the chants. They really give us like energy out there, and we've been a better team because of them and having them behind us. And to know that if we didn't bring it tonight, it could be over for them as well wasn't fair, and we wanted to play for them as well.
Jokic's respect for Aaron Gordon in his post-game comments highlights something very few fans see in the final stat sheets. While Gordon did not put up superstar numbers, his presence and perseverance spoke volumes. Jokic pointed out that Gordon was playing through a visible injury, pushing his body even when it clearly resisted. Describing him as a lion captures the mentality Gordon brought to Game 7. This was a man who could have sat out, who could have taken the safer road, but instead chose to be in the trenches with his teammates. For Jokic to acknowledge that unprompted shows his deep appreciation for effort and sacrifice, even in the face of defeat. It also draws attention to a bigger issue. When a team's success starts depending on injured players pushing themselves beyond their limits, it hints at structural cracks. Jokic's respect for Gordon is genuine, but it also exposes the desperation and the lack of depth in Denver's rotation in that moment.
Yes. I mean, definitely playing with that injury. I mean, I told him to not play. You can injure yourself even worse. You can see that he was struggling a little bit. Hard to move and this and that. So, but he's a lion. He's a lion. He went out there and fight with us, and we can just appreciate that.
Shai's comment about Jalen was playful at first, but what followed was an honest appraisal of growth and performance under pressure. Initially joking that Jalen played terribly, he quickly flipped the narrative and gave full credit where it was due. Shai highlighted that Jalen's second quarter performance injected crucial momentum into the Thunder's comeback, but more than just the points or the stats, it was Jalen's mental development that stood out to him. Growth in the NBA is not just about numbers, it is about poise, decision-making, and confidence when everything is on the line. Jalen's ability to step up when the team was on the ropes shows that he is maturing into more than just a role player. He is becoming someone the Thunder can depend on in critical moments. That kind of performance, especially in a Game 7, is how reputations are built. For Shai to highlight this speaks to the culture being created in OKC1, built on trust and accountability.
Terrible. Nah, he was amazing. Dub was a big reason for our little stretch of the lead in the second quarter. Gave us momentum. But I said this out there after the game, his growth as a basketball player has been obviously, you've seen it all year, but his growth mentally has been more impressive to me.
In perhaps one of the most telling quotes of the night, Jokic compared this crushing Game 7 loss to the earlier defeat in Game 2. The similarities, he pointed out, missed shots, turnovers, and being put on their heels, paint a picture of a team that repeatedly failed to adjust. While the Thunder were aggressive and relentless, the Nuggets looked passive and reactive. Jokic's tone suggested frustration not just with the loss. Being dominated in the same manner more than once in a single series implies a failure in strategy and execution. It was not about one bad night, it was about a pattern. Jokic's remarks hinted at a deeper concern, that the core of this team might lack the adaptability and toughness required to survive deep playoff series. When your MVP says the losses feel the same, it means the lessons were never learned. That is a troubling realization for any franchise with championship aspirations.
I mean, this game was basically similar to second game. We turned the ball over. We didn't make enough shots. They were aggressive. They were running in transition. They were attacking us back. They were playing on our heels. They were attacking the offensive glass. They were making shots. Two same officials as the second game. So it's kind of similar to the second game.
Nikola Jokic did not hide from the truth. His comments post-Game 7 were not made out of frustration. They were a reflection of reality. The Nuggets were outplayed, outmatched, and ultimately outclassed by a younger, hungrier Thunder squad. While Jokic praised individual efforts and acknowledged the difficulty of the loss, His underlying message was clear. This team, as it stands, does not have what it takes to win it all. Meanwhile, SGA's comments revealed a Thunder squad that is building something powerful. They are not just celebrating a win, they are validating a rebuild and igniting a new chapter for Oklahoma City. This Game 7 was more than a playoff battle, it was a changing of the guard. And if Jokic is right, Denver's window might be closing faster than anyone expected. If you appreciated this deep dive, make sure to like the video, subscribe to NBA Showdown, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Who do you think takes control of the West moving forward? We'll see you in the next breakdown.